everyone, my name's Allie and welcome back to my channel, Mindful Living. As the year comes to a close, I thought it was the perfect time to reflect and share all the food I grew and ate from my small space garden this year. What started as a few seeds, containers, and potting soil quickly became a source of daily meals, quiet moments, and a deeper appreciation for food and the effort that goes into growing it. There's something incredibly rewarding about growing your own food and knowing exactly where it comes from. From caring for your plants to watching them grow and change with the seasons to the moment you finally harvest everything. It's one of the main reasons why I started gardening, and honestly one of the things that keeps me inspired to grow even more every year. And I hope it inspires you to start growing too, no matter how big or small your outdoor space is. Throughout the video, I'll walk you through everything I grew in 2025, do a quick harvest, and show you how I use my homegrown produce in the kitchen. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up, I'm getting started with tomatoes, which are the star of my garden and my favorite plants to grow every year. If you've never had a homegrown tomato, you are missing out. They are so flavorful, juicy, and unlike anything you're going to find in the grocery store, especially because I let mine ripen on the vine. Near the end of the season, I harvested some of them when they were just slightly blushing. Because I am in growing zone 3 now, I do have a shorter growing season. But if you can and you have a longer growing season, let them ripen on the vine, which really enhances their overall flavor. I love experimenting with all different varieties of tomatoes in my container garden. This year I grew a bush steak variety, which is a larger, more meaty tomato, along with a Regina variety, which produces lots of smaller snack-sized tomatoes. This is one of my first harvests of the season, so I got a really nice variety of tomatoes here, and I continued to harvest more into the end of summer and early fall. These were some of the biggest tomatoes I've ever grown in my garden. I used them in so many different ways in the kitchen. I made homemade bruschetta bread, a caprese salad, also using fresh basil from the garden. I roasted a whole bunch of tomatoes and peppers on a pan and made a homemade soup. Lots of homemade salsa using jalapenos and other things from the garden as well. Next up are jalapeno peppers. I had 2 jalapeno plants in my container garden this year. Jalapenos grow well in a small space due to their compact size and manageable growth habit, while still producing an abundance of small spicy peppers. After harvesting, I used my peppers to make homemade jalapeno hot sauce, and I posted a full video of the process on my channel, which I'll link to here if you're interested in watching. This hot sauce is perfect for topping just about any dish that needs a spicy kick, from tacos to fajitas and more. Moving on to hot banana peppers, I grew 1 hot banana pepper plant in my container garden and it was incredibly productive. I prefer waiting for a few peppers to turn an orange or red shade before harvesting, which increases their heat, but you can also harvest them when they are a bright yellow hue for a more mild heat level. This plant really branched out this year and provided me with multiple harvests, which I turned into pickled peppers that add a nice kick to your meals. I love using my pickled peppers to top burgers, sandwiches, pizza, and salads for an extra burst of heat and tang. These are so simple to make and use minimal ingredients, so stay tuned for a full video coming to my channel soon. I also grew 2 orange juice sweet variety of peppers, which are a small sweet snacking pepper that ripens to this beautiful shade of orange. I actually saved the seeds for these from a store-bought transplant that I grew on my balcony several years ago, and they continue to be a personal favorite in my small space garden. 2025 was definitely my best year for peppers in my garden. I grew 2 more yellow bell peppers, which are the Golden California Wonder variety. While I did have some issues with pests on these 2 plants, like slugs and earwigs, which I explained in my other garden tours if you've been following along, they were still highly productive and I got a nice harvest off each plant. I did have to harvest my peppers when they were still green as the outdoor temperatures started to drop, so I harvested all the peppers early and allowed them to ripen indoors on the counter. I also harvested more of the orange juice sweet peppers when they were still green and did the same. After sitting on the counter for about a week or so, all the peppers ripened to this vibrant shade of yellow and orange. So if you live in an area with a short growing season like me, don't worry, you can always harvest early and let your peppers ripen inside. Once ripe, I used my peppers in fajitas and stir fries where they added a perfect pop of color. Moving on to Brussels sprouts. This was my first year growing Brussels sprouts in containers and I was really happy with how they turned out. I recently did a whole video breaking down how to grow Brussels sprouts in containers. Feel free to check that out on my channel as well. One thing I will mention is that they are a cool season crop that is very slow to grow, and they can take anywhere from 100 to 120 days to reach maturity. So patience is key when growing Brussels sprouts, but I have to say they were definitely worth the wait, as they were some of the best tasting sprouts I've ever had. I roasted these in the oven with garlic and Parmesan, which is my favorite way to enjoy them. Another vegetable I ate from my garden this year is potatoes. This was also my first year growing potatoes in containers, so I was really curious and excited to see how they were going to turn out. I grew fingerling potatoes in my container garden. Fingerling potatoes are excellent for containers because they are smaller and they don't require as much space as other larger varieties. I started with 3 seed potatoes and I planted them in a large, deep pot, and I was pleasantly surprised with how many potatoes they produced, especially in this size container. In total, I harvested about 32 potatoes that were a small to medium size. I enjoyed my potatoes roasted as a side dish for the most part, and I also used them to make some hearty homemade soup. This year marked several firsts in my garden, including my first attempt at growing leeks in containers. I planted 5 leeks in a 5-gallon container, spacing them about 3 to 4 inches apart. The variety of leeks that I grew in my garden is called Tadorna, and these mature in roughly 100 to 110 days. Leeks are typically ready for harvest once they reach 1 to 2 inches in diameter. After harvesting, I use my leeks to make a comforting potato leek soup packed with lots of fresh dill and beans for added protein. I'll be sharing the full recipe on my channel for the chilly months ahead, so stay tuned for that. Another delicious crop I got to eat lots of this year is homegrown cucumbers. I grew 2 different types of cucumbers in my small space garden, and I grew them right beside one another. So one of them was a bush champion cucumber, which is a larger, longer cuke, and the other was a pickle bush variety, which produces these smaller snack-sized cucumbers. I mostly enjoyed these straight off the vine, or I chopped them up and added them into garden salads. During the spring and early summer months, I also grew and ate lots of leafy greens from my garden. My personal favorites were arugula, red leaf lettuce, butter crunch lettuce, and kale. I used the cut and come again method to harvest all my greens, removing the larger outer leaves and leaving the new growth in the middle to keep on growing. After harvesting, I mostly used my leafy greens to top sandwiches, burgers, or wraps, and I used it in a variety of different salad recipes. Another fruit I ate from my garden this year is strawberries, but I definitely didn't get as many as I would have liked or as many as I have in previous years. If you've been following along throughout the summer months, you already know the struggles I had with my strawberries, but regardless, I ended up getting a few handfuls of berries by the end of the season, so I was at least happy with that. Moving on to zucchini, I ate and harvested lots of zucchini from my garden this year. I grew the Gold Rush yellow variety. This is a bush variety of zucchini that is compact and grows really well in containers. I like to harvest my zucchinis when they are about 6 to 8 inches long, as smaller zucchinis are more tender and flavorful. My favorite ways to enjoy homegrown zucchini is by roasting or grilling it, or by adding it into stir fries. And last but not least, I grew lots of herbs in my garden this year, which I used in the kitchen in so many different recipes. I companion planted all of my herbs together in this planter here. I grew parsley, oregano, rosemary, and thyme. I also grew multiple basil plants, as it's one of my favorite herbs to use in the kitchen. I companion planted some with my tomatoes and also grew it on its own. At the end of the season, I harvested all of my herbs and hung them to dry, and then I transferred them into these little storage containers so I could continue to use them throughout the winter months. Well, that's it for this video. I hope if you guys enjoyed seeing everything I grew and ate from my garden this year, that you'll give the video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my future uploads. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Happy New Year!